And now,
Villainous Speaks.
and now,
Villainous Speaks.
What up, folks? Apologies for the glitch there at the beginning of the show. It's your boy Nick, CCW Podcast. We back again, y'all. And a quick message to everyone out there. You know, all the marks, all the so-called fans. You know, we live in a day and age now where wrestling is the best it's ever been. And the whole one promotion is better than the other. If you're going really hard for that shit nowadays, please stop. You look stupid. You know, there are certain promotions that do things better than the other. And some things that some promotions don't do better than the other. But to say one promotion is overall better than all of them, that's whack. You know, wrestling is professional wrestling is professional wrestling across the board. Yeah, you gotta get over this tribalism shit for real. But with that said, this CCD podcast, I'm your boy Nick's head of the table. Let's go ahead and bring in. We're back again, y'all. The four horsemen of CCD podcast is back again. So I guess we're gonna introduce them like this then. Let's go ahead and bring in I guess you know what? I think I'll be the Tully Blanchard. I think I'll be Tully. I'm gonna be Tully. You know, I'm good enough to be Flair, but I'm not Flair, but I'm a team player. So I'm gonna be Tully. So I'm not, you know, Flair in the situation. I'm gonna be Tully. All right, I'll be Tully. But as far as CW podcast go, let's go ahead and bring in my right hand man, the blurred heavyweight champion, longest reigning, Mr. Joni June.
What's good, y'all? It's good. It was good. So which man would I be? Which man would I be?
You know what? Because you pulled up, you get to pick. You know, I'm picking Tully Blanchard.
I mean, I guess I gotta be Arn Anderson, man, because I am
the enforcer. Okay, all right. You the enforcer. Okay, all right. So I guess me and you would have been the Minnesota Wrecking Crew, the Brain Busters back in the day.
You know what I'm talking about?
I like it.
We got some seniority on here, so we can't be the guy.
Yeah. For sure. All right. Well, I guess we're going to have bring in for the Tuesday podcast, the wise man, the melanated Mr. Fuji, the one and only my wise man, Mr. Navy.
What up, people? What's going on, y'all?
Now he Ric Flair. He got to be Ric Flair.
No.
Come on, Nick.
No. I can woo, but I'm not that. I ain't got the position. I see me more as Ole
Anderson. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm. We'll be one of the first, you know, the one that just like, I'm gonna say my promo and I'm gonna kick your ass. Plain simple. Just keep it moving.
I like it. I like it. Well, I guess only one spot left, so I guess we're gonna give it to this gentleman here. Then so y'all already know
he's gonna be James J. Dillon probably.
Y'all already know what time it is. Get the crowd ready. Let's bring them in.
Man, yeah, something.
There can only be one. You know what I'm saying? If we owe anything about the Four Horsemen, there's one gentleman who carried that torch and carried that banner around the world 363 days of a year. There's only one man who could do that. And something similar to the Four Horsemen, I feel that I do the same. To all my fans out there, the two of y'all need something from the store, let me know. And let me go into your, first of all, before we get into anything, you know, Junie, good to see you. Happy Father's Day to the fathers. Glad we got that bull out the way. There are so many, I mean, thousands upon tens of thousands of just WWE only content. And if someone else, whoever they may be, they want to be booty clapping for NWA, or they want to booty clap for TNA, let them. I think it's fine for you to do that because we need it. We need something other than the 18,000 takes of WWE every week. Do I feel some of them are more entertaining than others? Yes, I do.
We got
do some other.
We got to rewind real quick for booty clapping for TNA. We got to hit a quick pause on that one.
Supposed to booty clapping for TNA. I mean, you know, they do what they got to do for a check. That's why I call it booty clapping. They out here booty clapping.
It's just a double entendre with that. I had to give you a pause.
Ain't no cake. No. They booty clapping. They know who they are. I'm not for TNA, but you know, it's a bunch of whole lot of caping for WWE, and I don't think it's really. I don't know. They're really surface level fans. Half of them don't even watch NXT. They always just posting the same thing about the same promotion from a different perspective or recycled, regurgitated clip. That's all.
You know what? Let's give these marks a few minutes of our time real quickly here because I'm not gonna do whatever again. I'm not gonna do whatever.
Let's do it. Let's do it, Nick. Come on.
First of all,
let me go ahead. Regurgitation is the name of the next pay-per-view.
Regurgitation.
I want to take some shots real quick. Shots fired already. The NXT fans are still out there hoping for the fucking Attitude Era. The shit is gone. The shit is dead. It's never coming back. You sound like a fucking clown. You want to have that shit back. You want Braun Payne's matches and fucking Mercedes Moné and give them some of the best work of her fucking life. And you got Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill and women who are just of an upper caliber giving their fucking best. And you want fucking Braun Payne matches back? Kill yourself. I don't care.
During the Black Women's Renaissance, we are in the greatest era for Black wrestlers. Other than last whatever, we had Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. Goated. With Jade, you know. Then you had Mercedes, Obafemi, Swerve Strickland. You got R-Truth. You have Navy's favorite wrestler of all time. You have Athena as a champion. You have more Black wrestlers. We have more Black wrestling champions than we've had Black wrestlers in history.
Now 600 days plus going right now. Athena, shot.
Crazy.
Here's the issue, though. Here's my issue.
That's my girl. Let's go.
Let's talk about it.
I think she
Calling God to say no joke, man. Come on, still making it look easy.
I don't like the fact that people only said only focus on one product. We got so much wrestling, and people choose just to watch one. Like we are seasoned fans, or everybody watch. We watch just a bit of everything. But I'm like, people only watch WWE. Then wonder like, when you try like, yo, man, you just check. I'm a WWE guy. Like, I don't consider you a wrestling fan if you only watch WWE. You're
a WWE fan.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. I agree.
I only watch AEW. I don't see a wrestling. I only watch MLW.
Well, if you only watch AEW, that's different. You're getting this. I can understand people who only watch AEW.
No, I mean,
it is different because it's
tribalism either way though.
If you clock the shows, and how much actual in-ring action, if you're more catered to professional wrestling and bumps and moves and entertainment that way, in-ring entertainment, you're gonna probably gravitate to WWE.
Because what I've heard, people don't like. They like storyline and character work. They don't like AEW because they don't have storyline and character work. It's just straight wrestling.
Storyline and stuff is cool, but like, come on, I can understand if they were bringing something different. What has the WWE brought that was so much? Oh my God, it's out the box. I can say Bloodline, yeah, but is it kind of turning to the black and white, black and red NWO right now? Yeah, I see it coming. I see it coming.
People like WWE because Paul is in control. It's like, and I said this episode ago, like, people love WWE now. But if for some odd reason AEW folds and we got WWE for another 20-some years, WWE is going to look like it did before Vince McMahon.
That's what I'm saying. I think competition is great for the market, but there was a time during the black and gold era of NXT, I didn't watch the main roster. I only watched the main roster to see my NXT guys. The only wrestling before AEW, I don't think I was watching was NXT. Some of the best stuff I've seen. I was excited, but it was only NXT though.
I'll never forget. It was 2015 or 16. I was through with WrestleMania, but that fucking takeover
was better
in Dallas. Oh my God!
Wait, was that the one where Finn came out of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Yes, nigga.
Yep.
He came out of Leatherface.
That was in the UK somewhere. I think that was in London.
No, he did Jack.
He did something.
Dallas,
No, he did Jack the Ripper. He did
He did Jack the Ripper and yeah.
No, he did Jack the
Antonio.
Ripper in the UK. He did Texas on Massacre in Texas.
That was one of my favorite takeovers, man. I mean, War Games, NXT. I look at it like NXT brought back a lot of wrestling fans who weren't really. I mean, they watched it casually, but I think NXT made it exciting again for professional wrestling. I feel like AEW was competition to make the WWE push some boundaries and stop doing the same old thing, and plus getting Vince out of there. So shout out to Paul Levesque. That's the only time you're gonna hear me say that on this podcast. But those things are necessary to get what you're getting today. So say you don't watch those things, you're kind of lost. You think WWE just made all the great decisions, and it doesn't happen that way.
But see,
There would be no CM Punk in WWE if it wasn't for AEW. There wouldn't be any all these new championships. That's because of AEW. I hate to say it, I don't like all these championships, but guess who's following suit? Forbidden Door. Oh, we got NXT. Oh yeah, where do you get that idea from?
But see, people don't see it like that. People don't see it like that, though. People don't see as people like before Vince McMahon left, we would never have saw this. We never would have.
Hell no.
But now it's like people like, here's the issue. AEW is doing it. People's talking. They're not getting AEW just sending the elite over. But now WWE is Triple H. No, Triple H is like, yo, sending AJ Styles. No, he's sending EO. What you feel like? He just doing the damn thing. And it's like, oh, WWE is doing this. It's like, but everybody like, I don't get why WWE. It's like Nick does, I do something, and Nick does the exact same thing. It's like, June just did that, or Nick just did that with Josh saying it's the new shit.
It's the new, brand new, never seen it. I like when somebody, I was watching Dynamite, I think, and I don't know if it was Taz, Excalibur, somebody said, oh, I'm not going to sit here and say I've never seen that before. Did y'all hear that?
Nuh-uh.
It was during a match, and it was like a really cool transition reversal move, and he's like, well, that was great, but I'm not going to be one of those announcers who says I had never seen that before. So if you're a WWE stan, or it's got to be WWE, they're the biggest one. If you're a WWE stan and you make content for WWE, I get it. You would get more views, there's more fans, but keep in mind, you're the same as the people who just watch only Fox News to me and try to tell me about politics.
Well, damn. That's
Put that on record.
All right. Well, I've given these marks enough time. Let's go ahead and get into our show.
What we talking about?
I said nothing.
We gonna talk about say what?
That's why I said.
Nigga said I ain't said that.
That's why I said nothing, because I love just seeing someone else go on a rant besides me. I'm sitting there going, go ahead, Slim. Tell him, tell him. Go ahead.
Fox News.
Happy
Let's
Father's Day.
go ahead and get into it, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into it.
That's me.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest set for one fall.
One
fall.
With the Undertaker.
2024 trash at the castle. Let's talk about it.
Me ass at the castle.
Whatever name you want to give. Listen, I have seen so many
Flash
wrestling
at the
outlets.
ass. Oh, there you go.
Give
Flash
this-
at the ass.
I've seen wrestling outlets give this pay-per-view like, oh, it was a B+, it was a B, or it was an A- show. What shit? What were y'all watching? because this shit was not it. I'm sorry. The top of the show, we started out with Cody and AJ in the I Quit match. Now, yeah, it was pretty gruesome. Some spots got kind of brutal. But I mean, for me, here's some of my takes for it. First of all, we need to give AJ his old music back because his music he has now, that shit is fucking, it is lifeless. It is lifeless. That music he has now is garbage.
There's nothing there. I hear that. I'm going, it's fucking AJ. Whose idea was it to change the music?
Cody signing autographs was, that was cool and cute, what I'm saying? Head to the ring. The one spot that was dope for me was the brain buster on the announce table. That shit was nuts. But the chain to handcuffs to the ropes, I mean, the kendo sticks repeatedly, it was I Quit match, it was an Extreme Rules match, whatever you want to call it. It's a lot of shit that, we talking about Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles, two guys who have been around the country, toured in New Japan, been a part of Bullet Club. You would think they would know to take certain elements of certain matches and kick it up a notch and show us some shit we never seen before. But this I Quit match could have just been another one that we've seen millions and millions of times, using the same kind of fucking weapons, using the same kind of spots. And the last match they had was way better than this. This was just trying to give us something more and thinking you're going to elevate it by taking away the rules. And what you did was you diminished it. And now this is a feud that I don't give a shit about no more.
I mean, but did we ever give a shit about it in the beginning for real?
I cared about it the first time because that first match
man, it was classic. But that's the thing. That's what we're going back to this. The storytelling. You have a few, we got to make it seem something, so you got to throw a gimmick match out there. It's giving Russo to me. Oh, it's an I Quit match. We haven't seen one of those in a long time. You know what I mean? Oh, that's an I Quit match. Last man standing match. 2 out of 3 falls. Come on, man.
Sometimes you don't have to take away rules in a match to elevate a feud. Sometimes if it's hitting its peak with a high caliber match, then that's all you really need. And if it has a high caliber match like they had, then in the feud, there was no need for AJ to go after him again. There was no need for that shit. And especially when you do the whole fucking Mark Henry spot all over again, there was no need for that. There was no need for that shit.
Right? I don't even understand what they were trying to achieve with this. Their last Clash at the Castle was a good show. It was a very good show. And I think somewhere along the way, they forgot what the formula took to do this. Granted, the main focus was Drew McIntyre and he's already forgettable.
CM Chump.
Phillip Brooks.
My thing is this, y'all. I didn't get to see all of it. But let me ask you this. How do you have this is like, to me,
how you gonna go out, get inside, the outside, the inside, nigga?
No, not even that. How you gonna have a?
I'm talking about you.
Who, me? Oh, I'm trying to find a good spot. I'm at my mom's house. Anyway, how you gonna have a whole pay-per-view based about your hometown, your home city, whatever it may be, your home country, and you're not even the premier guy. You're not even over.
Before you even go there, I heard more complaints about Cody and AJ Styles not being first. Like people are like, why is that match first? That's what I heard people complain about. Come on,
because you have to show it for the hometown hero guy has to go last. That's why. Your hometown guy had to go last. He had to go last because they thought that, he's from Scotland and he's picking out billboards and banners for the last 2 weeks and about having CM Punk's face up stupid. Drew is getting really played, man. I wish he'd wake up and realize you're getting played, bro.
Okay.
And then the attendance for the show.
I was skipping to the last match because we went from AJ.
I'm sorry. I'm just done with the whole theme of it. I'm sorry.
I'm tell you right now, the one thing that drives me fucking nuts about the show was the women's tag match.
Oh, that's next. So let's go ahead and get into that real quick. Belair and Cargill versus Fry and Dawn versus Baszler and Stark for the women's tag team titles. I'll give my takes real quick, and then I'm gonna let you speak on it because me and you have already gone back and forth already in in the group chat already.
Nick, that's all I gotta say.
Listen, so I'm not gonna not talk about this that springboard that Jade just botched because it happened in front of a crowd. So it's that we can't not talk about it. Cargill overpowering Fry and Stark at the same time. It was a cool little moment. That was cool. Of course, you know, Jade and Bianca looked good with the whole Game of Thrones cosplay look that they had. Shayna Baszler and Stark were actually doing their thing at one point when they were kind of dominating Fry and Dawn. But I mean, you know, I felt like with these three matches they had with hometown heroes, so to speak, with, you know, McIntyre, Fry and Dawn, and also my girl
He keeps saying
Piper
Fry
Niven.
and fire. It's fire.
Fire and Dawn and Piper Niven. Somebody had to win at this tonight, and I honestly thought it was going to be McIntyre. However, I was wrong. But with Alba Fire and Dawn winning, unless this means one of two things, either they're going to turn right around and give it back to Jade and Bianca, which I think was kind of stupid just to get a hometown pop. Now, put a pin in that. Let's say they do it that way. Let's say they do turn right around Monday or Friday night and give it right back to Jade and Bianca. So that means you just gave those girls the belts for a hometown pop. So if you were okay giving them a hometown pop, why couldn't you do that shit at Backlash a year or two ago for my girl?
Say it.
Why couldn't you do it for Zelina Vega?
Well, here's the thing, though. So, Rhea Ripley, she won in Australia, right?
Yeah.
These young lady wrestlers won in Scotland, right?
Yeah.
Why couldn't Vega get a home? Like you said,
That's what I just said. That's what
it was the greatest. I'm saying, why not though? I mean, you did it for those two sets of women.
That's
why not? It one of the biggest shows to date.
Yeah,
is being the Puerto Rican Backlash.
Back at Backlash. So even if they do it that way, it's dumb because you just did it for a hometown pop. Now, let's just say you keep the belts on them. If you do keep the belts on Alba Fire and Dawn, then that to me means the only option for Cargill and Belair going forward is to kick off this feud. And to me, that's where the money is at.
But that's dumb, though. I'm not saying that your opinion is dumb. I'm just saying that why do we have to have that feud with Jade and Bianca? I know it's a money play and I know it's a thing, but why do we have to put two dominant black women who could wash anybody in the whole roster, on any roster? I'm saying worldwide. Why would you have to make them feud with each other? You know, we gotta do the Macho Maniacs versus the Hulkamania again. You gotta do that thing
to see who's the most dominant.
It don't matter who. We know the GOAT is more dominant. She has a better. I mean, come on, huh?
It's like Goku and Vegeta. Yeah, together they're fucking unstoppable. But you know, one of them motherfuckers is better than the other. No.
I could see. Do y'all remember Power Trip when they had? You remember Power Trip, right? When they had H and Austin together.
Yeah.
They wasn't really cool. So their feud made sense. They got together like, fuck, we're just gonna beat up everybody and take belts. I get that, but this is like a Black History moment, and why do we have to tear it apart to make them feud to sell some tickets because y'all don't know how to book?
I don't think we're tearing it apart. I think nothing else, we're gonna put them at the forefront because if their feud can gain the kind of numbers or attention, say of like Bloodline, then that just puts them at the forefront of the company. That say like these two girls are putting on shows, they're bringing in the money, they're bringing in the merch, they're bringing in the viewership.
I mean, I give you that because I mean we'll talk about it later, but we know viewership and merch sales and all that shit's down since the Tribal Chief left. Your Tribal Chief, not mine. I don't recognize him. But the thing is, I'm consistent. One thing about me, I'm consistent with my hate. Okay, so here's the thing: what would be better, Nick or Navy, anybody else chime in, to have them together, learn each other, build up Jade's in-ring ability? Because right now, if you put her in front of Bianca, it's a wash. Now, strength-wise, we doing like a deadlift competition? I don't know, but in that ring, Bianca's goated, and she will wash Jade.
Okay,
yeah,
I will. Go ahead, Junior. Go ahead.
I digress.
And I think it's like Look, I feel like they feel like WWE like, yo, we can put these two black women in the ring together for a feud. We're gonna bring the black delegation in, more black girls into the sport or wrestling. Cause look, Sexy Red is in NXT. More people, Sexy Red did more for NXT than bringing people who don't even watch wrestling. Like
she said she watches wrestling.
Who?
Sexy Red.
No, I'm saying like she brought people in who don't even watch wrestling. It's like when Kevin Hart was on Raw that one night. I had a buddy hit me up. I don't even watch wrestling no more. I'm about to Kevin Hart.
Hey, Nix. Sexy Red had a backstage brawl in the airport on TMZ. She watches wrestling.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm like, so it's like, WWE like, yo, we can bring the more black people into wrestling. So how do you do it? Put the two, because like when Jade came, she was everywhere. She was on the Shade Room. She was in everything popular that newsworthy. She was all they was talking about. So you put and Bianca and Boy they got a whole TV show. People, they are all right. Let's get this money.
She to go. I get that. I mean, I'm totally with you, June. I mean, about the whole marketing of it. I'm not a delusional person saying, "Oh, it's not going to draw." It's definitely going to draw. I just why now? Doing the black gold.
So if not now, then when?
Here's the
When
thing.
Jade's better, and we can believe that she can go in the ring as good or as or better than Bianca. I don't believe it now. I don't believe it.
You can't have
Here's
her
the thing.
because she botched the spot. My body, like she did that little boot kick.
She botched a couple spots at last. I mean, Sunday night, whatever it was.
In the prime match, you do that in the main event, and this will be your money match. You really want that?
Oh, okay. This is my take on this, and
there's no hate for the people in the comments. We just call
this is just how we feel. I don't think them losing the titles was a good idea, and having it won by Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, no, not the way to do. Simply because you just put this duo together, and Nick and I talked about this. Give them time to steamroll over everybody. Give them time to let them develop, because right now, Jade, as strong as she is, she's still not up to the caliber of be on their solo, because somebody's going to get hurt. Last night, Clash of the Castle, those ropes were not safe. So of course she gets up there, and same thing happened with Damian Priest. Those ropes. But I digress. There was very little recovery when that happened. So give them time to develop. Saying that they could potentially split apart and become a feud, you haven't even developed Jade as a character, let alone anything. And you're starting off like that, people are going to be not interested anymore. This is an opportunity, and I said this before, this is an opportunity to turn them into a faction. So if anything, turn them both heel. Let them keep the belts on them. Let them be the high class bitches or whatever name they want to give. You bring Naomi into the fold, and let them sisters run roughshod over everybody.
Though Bianca says she don't want to go here because she don't want to disappoint her. She on that scene like she don't want to turn heel.
She's on Cena level, like far as like little girls in her fandom. She's like, Hulk Hogan, John Cena for little kids, little girls right now.
And what you do is you do it like the Shield was a little bit. Here's my thing. You'll have Bianca being the voice of reason. You can have Jade being the one that says, I'm ready to throw hands, because it's not all about that. And you want to be a little cute about it. Throw Naomi in there as the one who would just like, yeah, I'm all about it. What's going on? What's good? Put them together. Don't split this shit up because you want to have a feud, because right now Jade's not ready to go by herself. Jade.
Well, you have all those people, Navy, that says that they have such great storytelling and such great writing and storylines. I mean, this is the only thing y'all can come up with. The money cash grab. That's superior storytelling? I don't think so.
But that also takes away from the caliber of the tag team titles for women. You're quick to pass these titles around. These Isla Dawn and Alba Fire, just to me, as far as I'm concerned, they have been on the main roster for a little bit. Why did you put the belts on them as quick as you did? If anything, they should have gone on to Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark, if anybody.
Now let's look at some of the champions they've had with these tag team belts. That tag team belt didn't really get prestigious. Women's tag team belts didn't get prestigious until you actually put them on Bianca and Jay.
True.
If you want to be
I
honest,
agree.
I mean, they got more light or more prestige than they did with anybody else.
I agree.
They were kind of like a mid card. I mean, not even a mid card, like a opening match title. Like,
But like you said, it's elevated because of their status and how they
Exactly.
work together. You know, you see two strong black women, two queens with
Yeah.
belts running roughshod. If you want to
after
go
the
back,
accolades, after they stacked up and they've had this many days. Well, people talk about days. Let's talk about who you faced. That's the thing. We talk about days now. Let's talk about who you beat in competition.
let's go.
Okay, let's focus on some of that type of stuff. Can we, as a wrestling community, instead of he so and so held the belt for this many days, but
Who did you beat?
like, who did you beat? I mean, I'm sorry. I'm on some shit today.
get that. Me personally, what I think is gonna happen, and this is honestly gonna happen, even though I am pro of Bianca Jade feud, what I think is gonna happen is at some
yeah, you
point
would.
next week-
Uh-huh.
at some point,
Hey,
what I
tell
think is
me
gonna
That's
happen-
when you play the sound, big meat slapping meat. That's when you play that sound bite right there. 'Cause
Hey,
that's you
look,
right
look,
there.
look, that's a lot of meat slapping meat. I'm all
That's
for
right.
it.
Oh, mama says a lot of meat slapping me.
Look,
Barbecue versus brisket.
Oh God.
Let's go.
But look, what I think is gonna happen though, they're probably gonna approach, I guess, who the GM is that night, and be like, hey, listen, we want our rematch. They didn't pin us, and we want our belts back. I think that's what they're gonna do.
Yeah, because technically
And
they
plus-
weren't pinned
Yeah.
for it.
Now, another thing
I mean, that's always the cop out in a triple threat or, elimination chamber, 4-way ladder match. You didn't pin me. And then they don't even say it anymore. Why don't they say, I want to enact my rematch clause? No one says that anymore.
Becky Lynch did it. For
Big Lynch did, man.
Cage.
Of course she did
I
it.
thought they said they didn't do automatic rematch clauses no more.
Man, that's the man era. That shit's gone.
Yes, my fault.
But anyway, like one thing I do want to address though, because I've seen a lot of fans saying that Jade is too green, she's botching way too much. We need to put her in NXT or just give her squash matches and call it a day. She's just too green. I'm listening. I'm like, look, if you're gonna say that about Jade, keep that same energy about Maxine Dupree.
Ooh, say it again.
That part.
You want to add some more?
That's all.
Do you want to add some more names to that list?
I ain't gonna unload the clip, but all I'm saying is, if you're gonna say that about Jade,
I got about 3 of them.
about Maxine Dupree. That's all I'm saying. Speaking of, I hate to say it, but the Sami Zayn Chad Gable match was boring as fuck.
I wanted to see Perk
Did you
Gable.
see that boy damn near snapped his neck in half?
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, Sammy.
Like
What
Sammy,
you talking about
had-
on that German?
Yes. That
Yeah,
boy,
he did land on the crown of his head. I saw that.
like shit.
Sammy got a loud pop as probably was going to, but I'm sorry, this match was boring. This match was just boring, and not only was it boring, but this is Gable's 5th IC title match and lost. Like we gotta do something else with this nigga.
He's leaving. That's why you can't look here. He's too tied into these storylines.
He
And he's-
resigned.
He resigned?
Yep.
You big dummy, never had a single gold medal. Oh, suck ass, fake ass, Kurt Angle ass. Oh, Ken Shamrock head ass boy. You ain't gonna never get no gold, man. You should have left. You could have been somebody. You could have been a contender.
From what I heard,
I ain't the enemy, young blood. I tried to be your friend.
they say everything he stressed Triple H judgment. That's why he resigned.
Here's an idea. Take him from Raw, put him on SmackDown, put him up against Logan Paul, so he can get that belt. Because I'm tired of Logan Paul.
Logan Paul.
But we got to make it make sense though. Not just we can't just throw him on SmackDown. Just take Logan Paul's belt.
When in WWE does anything make fucking sense? They put
It's got to make
Sexy Red on NXT.
We are
That
in
makes
a
no
new
sense
era,
to me.
sir. We're in a new era, sir. We ain't gonna do no McMahon shit just because we used to. Okay, we
I feel like sometimes they are doing McMahon shit. They just trying to make it look edgy. Come on.
Make it look edgy.
You know I can't stand that dude, but still, some of this shit is so sus.
We
Come
can't just do
on.
shit because you don't like Logan Paul. Okay, we can't just do shit.
Y'all like it
Look
because
here.
they floppy around. Like that scammer needs to be in fucking jail. That's what it needs.
Well, I will say this about Logan the Paul, as Junie says. when they signed the Prime contract and he started becoming a little bit more regular on scene and on television, I was like, oh yeah, y'all not getting rid of this guy. And that belt's a part of his contract. I said he's gonna win when I saw the eagle on it. When they changed the belt and put the eagle on, I was like, oh yeah, that's his.
Yeah. Also, to me, another match that just wasn't hitting for me, and I hate to because I like Bayley, but Bayley and Piper Niven just, sorry, just it didn't do it for me. Bayley to me hasn't really put on great matches since Sasha left. Like, I can't name one match I really love.
Well, no, I won't say that. I will say she did a good job at Mania. Her Mania match was good.
Yeah, I guess so.
That was more like but it's more like classic Bayley than what we're seeing now.
Yeah,
and I hate, and I also hate saying it too, because Bayley performs best when she's in the ring with one of the other 4 horsewomen. Like if it's Bayley versus Becky or Bayley versus Charlotte, or if we ever get Bayley and Sasha again, that's when she's at her peak. But anybody else, it's almost like there's no trust, and there's a lot of botching, and the moves are too slow, and nothing's hitting like it's supposed to. It's like does Bayley not trust anybody else in the ring besides these other 3 girls? Like, what's going on?
I think it's what's the name too, man. I know y'all, whoever in the comments probably say I'm a WWE hater. No, I'm a wrestling fan of the industry, the culture. I feel like WWE is kind of like restrictor plate wrestling. And for those, I'm a multi-nerd. So basically in NASCAR, you have these restrictor plates on them to keep them at a certain speed. There was once upon a time where if I had a faster car, I just lapped y'all hoes. But now I got a max out. Everybody has a max out to keep them packed in there together. And I feel like that's what they're doing with the wrestlers. It's restricted plated. So you got somebody who can go at 90 miles an hour and you put them in the ring with somebody who can go 60. So now I have to slow down to 60 and it doesn't look as good. My best moves are delivered at this speed, at this rate. And I'm now having to slow down to compete with somebody who can't go as fast as me in the ring.
Damn.
That's true.
That was a fucking masterclass of analogies. Damn, I'm good. I've been having a hard time keeping these gators on the ground.
I give you that.
All right.
Last match tonight. I mean, anybody got anything to say about Bayley and Niven? Because I don't have anything else for you.
I will say about Bayley. I would like to say to Bayley. I hate that she got injured because she's going to debut her legs and have her legs out. But I really hate that she got injured because she was going to actually show her legs in the wrestling ring, and not just that. She was really working on her physique and stuff. But yeah,
I hope that still comes to pass. Priest,
great wrestler.
Priest defeating McIntyre with the help of CM Punk. Again,
have y'all seen that priest logo? It's like a jump man, but he hanging upside.
Yo,
they say he gonna get some Jordans like Roman Reigns, but he had the jump man. He had to hang.
I do hope Priest is okay because the way he did clip over that ring,
that scared the hell out of me.
That shit looked nasty. I was like,
and they said the ref told AJ at the start of the show the ropes was a little wonky. I'm like, well, did you tell everybody else?
But I'm saying if the ropes are wonky, you don't have a promo package where you can come in and take some and tighten that up real quick. Like, it's for the safety of the talent.
Took that time to finally debut fucking Uncle Howdy and tighten the ropes up.
That would have took 17 minutes for him to come out in the black. They got the who like doing the work would have had flashlights and to get it together.
You could have had an impromptu Randy Orton match and took 25 minutes for him to get to the ring and tighten the fucking ropes up. We're
not gonna talk about Randy Orton and how long it takes to get to the ring. He's still got Undertaker beat by 12 minutes.
Damn.
12 I said it. Yeah, it does.
It was nice hearing Piper's theme again with the bagpipes. That was cool. But yeah, like the match just, I don't know. And then for fucking Priest to be at the fucking press conference, tell everybody, like, I'm not saying anything, tell all y'all rise. Man, in question, all y'all rise. Everybody rise. And I'm like, nigga, you not Roman?
He's trying to demand some respect, and I guess you gotta do it the best way you can. I don't know.
Nigga, you are not Roman. What are you doing? no one cares what you. No,
You don't. So we're saying you don't respect the Puerto Rican
I
Undertaker.
respect them, but when you taking the same sort of a tone or just a page out of the book when it's clear what you're doing, it's like, come on, man, you're not that guy.
So you ain't feeling the aces and eights Undertaker.
No, I'm not.
This dude said, hey,
I'm sorry.
you ain't worth a damn. Mama
What do you
Slim
mean?
raised you better than
For
When he
those
act
who
like
only
that.
watch WWE, there's a time in TNA after the main event Mafia, you had like a little biker club called Aces and Eights, and they had like a bike, yeah. Go look it up, Google it.
I remember them.
I know you do. I'm talking to the people who might watch this program who only watches WWE. They wouldn't know what Aces and Eights is.
They wouldn't.
Get off that Fox News.
Finally for me though, like again, I don't know what everybody else is watching, but this was just not it. Trash.
Is it because of who the host of the whole event is? Is it because of Drew McIntyre is like top tier mid and the show can only be as good as the host?
I don't know.
Because is there any match on there to go on before going in and you say, you know what, I want to see this?
I was kind of interested in the I Quit match, but then that turned out to be disappointment.
I think they should have left it booked as is. And what was the attendance for last night for those listening around the world?
I don't even know. They didn't do it. They didn't do the whole announcement for the attendance again.
They kept saying something about 11,000. Like, whatever they kept saying. It wasn't a lot of people there. It looked like it was 1 million people there, but they kept saying the attendance for the.
Well, we talk about the fans, right?
Yeah, how many people that showed up to that match?
Why? I mean, I know why, but like these overseas fans are monsters, bro. Like US ain't got nothing on these fans.
Raiders fans and Ravens fans and Philly. We just don't have it for, like, they have that energy for Olympic badminton. They have that energy for, World Cup. They have that, whatever it is. It could be, I've seen some video game tournaments. I'm for real. I see some video game tournaments overseas and they were lit like that. Their thing is they go out, they're going to drink a pint, hang out with their mates, and they're going to have a good time. Here, I don't know what's going on with us. Lazy Americans.
I think we scored. That's why.
I'm gonna touch on a few things here, and this is a very odd segue here, but it's not often we talk about TNA. But against all odds with this past week here, and I'm gonna touch on a few things on that one. Kushida came back for the Sami Callihan versus Jonathan Gresham match. We did have a return during the main event. The main event being between Broken Matt Hardy versus Moose, where we had a return of Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy came back. So to answer those questions, people wondering where Jeff Hardy is going to end up, Jeff Hardy is now back in TNA with his brother.
I got a question about Jeff Hardy. One question.
Is he going to see Nero?
No. Do you think Jeff Hardy going to stay clean?
Not in TNA.
He better. That's all I can say. He better. So
since we on TNA, that's like the matches you want to talk about with Jeff Hardy.
That's one thing. Also, it was a very underwhelming response because Jordan Grace held a TNA Knockout Women's Championship Open Challenge, and she pretty much left it open for anybody of any roster or any promotion. And who pulled up was Tatum Paxley from NXT. Now, if it had been
anybody else,
if it
Tiffany,
Perez, I think that'd have been a bigger pop. But because it's Tatum Paxley, I don't think anyone gave a damn, and that was a pretty good squash.
That's the thing, though. It seems like these promoters and brands are so TNA. Okay, TNA has nothing to lose with Jordan going to NXT and take it and losing. It doesn't hurt their brand. It puts them more on the map. They want to know who. If you don't watch, because there's a lot of people who don't watch, they want to know more about who Jordan is, right? Mm-hmm. But for NXT or WWE, they can't have their champion or even a roster person lose on it because it's going to make you look bad. So you couldn't put Sol Ruka over there and she show up and lose. It'll break her momentum.
Exactly. And honestly, if this keeps up, I mean, I understand what Jordan Grace is doing and trying to be that bridge between the women rosters of NXT and TNA, or even hopefully at some point where there's a bridge between TNA and the WWE main roster, because there's a lot of women on the main roster of WWE that I would love to see go one-on-one with Jordan Grace.
I feel like Jordan Grace going to WWE, I mean, going to the main roster, she can watch a lot of those people in the main roster. I mean, not the GOAT, of course, but she can watch a lot. I feel like the more competition is on NXT than it is in the main roster, with the GOAT being excluded.
Yeah, because honestly, I would love to see Jordan Grace and Lash Legend. I would love to see Jordan Grace and shit. Huh? Who you say? You broke up.
Slim.
Who'd you say?
Jordan Grace? Anybody in NXT? Anybody in NXT?
Yeah.
I mean, except for who came over there. But I'm talking about like you said, Lash Legend, Sol Ruka, even my girl, Kalani. I like to see her go. I like to see her and Parker go. Like, I mean, she fits with that group over there better than the main roster. Man.
Yeah. A lot of people are calling, and I'm not sure why. A lot of people are calling for the dream match to be between Jordan Grace and Natalya, but I'm like, y'all, I don't think y'all really watch WWE enough to know that that's a dream match. I'm sorry, it's just not. It's not a dream match. Jordan Grace is washing that girl.
I'm sorry, I had to walk off a minute. Did somebody say listen, man, I love the Hart family. Thank you for what y'all did for my childhood. I appreciate the Hart family. Absolutely. I don't even hold up and get you by being Canadian. Listen, the problem with this is, why do we keep giving Natty all of the opportunities?
Okay,
you are the new Chad, and guess who's becoming Natty? Chad Gable. Put that on the damn clip and reel. See, you the new Natty.
Okay. We was talking about that. Yo, who gonna go over to NXT TNA? I'm like, bro, Natalya gets everything. She's the one. Like, send Natalya. She can do the job. She'll make.
It's like Natalya's the beta tester for everything that they want to do.
Only thing I would like to see Natalya wrestle, if she had to wrestle anybody, I would like to see her fight. Wrestle. Hardcore Country, Mickie James, maybe. I don't know. That's the only thing I'll probably say I would like to see, but who cares, man? Oh my God, she's lost more titles than any other wrestler in history. I'm willing to bank on that, bro.
I'm gonna have to look that stat up. Like, how many?
It's too many. You can't. I was trying to look up title matches and basically by a wrestler and title matches and try to go back. Either way you do it, she has too many title shots, and like it's no way to compare. It's crazy. Nobody talks about this though. They want to booty clap. Oh man, Natty's such a great wrestler. She's in the Hart Foundation. Watch my page, like and subscribe. Quit fucking, man. I don't know, man. Can the internet just step up and have some balls for once to say an opinion that might not be popular and it might not get you 1 million views and you might not go viral? Quit booty clapping for people, bro. God.
See, we
tighten up.
It's more the fact, like, yo, why she get that? Natalya, that big sister that get to do everything before you can do it. Like, yo, you get to do it before you can. No. Let Natalya do it.
Natalya went to slumber parties first and all night skates and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just upset about Drew McIntyre. I'm really like, how you host? That's like saying, hey, we're having the 2028 Olympics in Montreal and nobody on the Canadian teams wins any fucking medal. That is what Clash of the Castle. You have your own pay-per-view, bro. It's not, Bash at the Beach, you know what I'm saying? I can see if you was a surfer or something, like Matt Rula had Bash at the Beach now. No, you're a Drew McIntyre, main roster wrestler, ex-champion, one of the shortest running champions of all time, and you get your own pay-per-view. You don't even have gold while you get this pay-per-view, and then they go back and they celebrate you. How? By giving tag team champions and making the tag team women's championship less viable. This is crazy. WWE, wake up.
It's rare that somebody actually wins a title in their hometown. You know, it's very rare that WWE does that though. They do it, but not all the time.
They do it. You think CM Punk loses in Chicago, his contract is ending the next night. You think if anybody else win, I mean, you can't. To the Montreal Screwdrive, most people get their hometown wins, okay? For gold.
Last thing I'll touch on here. Last thing I'll touch on is we got another crossover promotion with WWE. So Pro Wrestling Noah teased a major announcement last week that the details have finally come to light. The Phenomenal One AJ Styles will return to Japan to face Naomichi Marufuji at the company's destination event on July 13th. The news was revealed during a video announcement from this weekend's Noah Grand Ship event. So AJ gets to wrestle in Japan again. Not for the promotion that I would have picked, but nonetheless, that door that Triple H doesn't like talk about.
He don't like to call it. He said that's corny. He said the forbidden door. He said we'll do some things, but it's not going to have some kind of corny name to it with a door or something like that. So that's what he said. But you're doing it though. You know what I mean? But open the floodgates for any and everybody. I'll do it for the fans. And do it for the wrestling marks who don't get to see a lot of stuff. Let MJF come over there and wrestle somebody.
Okay, let's address the elephant in the room. They doing this. Should WWE just say, F it, let's do a pay-per-view. Let's do a pay-per-view, a War of the World pay-per-view. And if so, what company would you want to see WWE do a War of the World's pay-per-view first? Main roster, no NXT. Main roster.
I mean, there's no other choice, man. AEW.
No, it's not. That wouldn't work because that's going back to restrictor plate wrestling. Everybody in AEW would have to take like 6 steps less, except for like a Ricochet and Chad Gable, people who can actually go. But no, man, that wouldn't.
To me, there are a lot of guys in WWE who can go, but like you said, they have
restrictor plate.
Nerfed. They've been nerfed. They've been nerfed. I mean, you think about how AJ Styles was before he got WWE. AJ Styles
he's been nerfed considerably, but he's only showing shades of AJ, right? So like he was coming in doing a phenomenal elbow, and he had some classic matches with John Cena. I hate to be the one to admit it, but their whole thing is more shows during the week, less risky. You can last and have a longer career. AEW might be like, hey, this Wednesday might be it for you for the rest of your life.
You wrestle like it's your last fucking night to live, nigga.
You wrestle like it's your retirement match. Look at Sting. Look at Sting.
You hear me, Darby? You wrestle like it's your last.
Man. I don't want to see AEW in World Squad or nothing like that. I don't know. Maybe because there's too much bad blood there, right? It's a lot of roster bad blood. It's a lot of backstage bad blood. It's a lot of on TV bad blood. I don't see it going well.
But honestly, most of the bad blood is in the IWC, though, bro. That's what most of the bad blood is.
I know. That's what's good.
The only way I would want to see AEW versus WWE, it would have to be like you got Seth and Roman on one side with whoever. You got Dean and whoever on the other side. And he pulled that move when Roman did. When Roman was like, he saw Seth and Dean fight. He was like, who side do I roll with? He said, I got to go with my dog. And he helped out his Shield brother. Like, yo, like, you see Seth and Dean, like, yo, triple power bomb, and they go for it. I would love to see that this one more time to Shield.
Well, I mean, the only way that's going to happen is that Shane McMahon shows up on AEW on a Wednesday and buys the company, and then they're going to handpick about who they want to come over, and then they're going to have Jericho, and they're going to have the Alliance again, and then ECW is going to come in, which will be TNA. I'd rather see NXT versus AEW. And just a couple matches. I don't need a whole roster. Just a couple matches. Which is pretty much already happening right now, if you think of it. Pretty much. I mean, it's NXT gold.
Got it. All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. But before we do, as always, we're gonna give a last few takes. So, actually, Tom, I'm gonna start with you, my man, Slim Jones. Slim Jones, final thoughts on Trash at the Castle and anything else this week.
If you were to ever get the opportunity to be a worldwide wrestling superstar, and this so happens that you did some of your best work during the pandemic, and they say, hey, we're going to reward you with your own pay-per-view in your home country town, whatever, with Sasquatch and, Nessie, and you promote it and all that stuff, and you go out to have a pretty decent match. I thought when Priest got hung up in the ropes and he continued to kick him, I was like, okay, this is going to be the moment where they're going to give Drew his flowers back for doing the work he did during the pandemic. You can't be mid and you can't lose. It's your pay-per-view. It's like having NWO sold out and Hogan drops the belt. Like, it don't happen that way. You shouldn't get your own pay-per-view and lose. That's all I'm saying. Thank you, Bianca and Jay, for putting it on for the Black women all around the world. Excuse me. We are now in the Black wrestler renaissance. I don't care what nobody says. It's the greatest moment, the greatest era for Black wrestlers. Kevin Nash, you are trash. Pass it, June.
Junie, thoughts on Clash of the Castle, TNA against all odds, AJ going to Japan, or anything else?
Clash of the Castle was what it was. I didn't see all of it. I was hoping David Priest would get injured. UK, y'all fans are amazing. I want to see what TNA and NXT does. That's one of my main things. And like I say, don't call yourself a wrestling fan if you watch one product. Just say you're said product fan, and yeah, that's it.
All right. As for myself, listen.
Talk to us, Nick.
Trash at the Castle. I'm glad it's over. Hopefully, Money in the Bank is better. Hopefully, and if it's not, I hope that Survivor Series. Sorry. I hope that SummerSlam truly does become a great pay-per-view in the future, because we're kind of doing this, y'all. We're kind of doing this with WWE. And right now, the AEW currently now about the potentially, possibly, probably add one of the greatest wrestlers in the world to their roster in the name of Ricochet. Y'all better step it the fuck up. Don't get me wrong. Competition is there, but when the talent is there and the talent is really showing off, y'all step it the fuck up. TNA, keep doing your thing. AJ, hope you're well in Japan. And that's all I gotta say about that. On behalf.
I also want to say that did I say Kevin Nash was trash?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. I just want to make sure I covered that. That's my new thing, because he's trash as a wrestler. Also, AJ going to Japan and back to Japan, he's like a huge gamer and so I'm trying to excited to see what he does on his Instagram and all that stuff, because he's going back over there. He has like a gold mine of video games, so I'm really excited to see what he does there. Also, catch us next week on the pod. I got a special guest that's coming with me. It's my Trump hands. It's going to be the greatest wrestler of all time, better than anything you ever seen before. I guarantee you're going to love it. Stay tuned. CCW Podcast. Thank you guys for watching. And on behalf of myself, the Blurred champion, Junie, and my valet, he's my Bobby Eaton. He is my pallbearer. I thank you, Nick. He's my brother Love.
I love you.
We're not having. Look here. If you want bra and panty matches, quit being a weirdo. Just go to Instagram like everybody else do. Damn. Do better.
CCW Podcast, y'all. We out. Good night.